All right, I've got retail versus rep of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Medium Olive. To the right, you have the retail pair. To the left, you have the Kick Who God Killer pair. You can already see that the replica pair, the box is the wrong color. It's more yellow, this is more tan, and so that is wrong. But if you look at the label is pretty much identical, about the best label I've seen. So let me pull those forward for you. So it looks like the fonts and everything are right on the label. Even the SKU, so there's not much to say on the label. So since the boxes are different colors, the rep box is also bigger than the retail box. So I won't take a whole lot of time talking about the box. So like the sizing you see here, 330 by 235 by 120. This one is in a 345 by 250 by 125. Retail to the right, paper's a little less wrinkled. Rep to the left. Rep comes with this StockX stuff, StockX card and everything. Rep paper is a little more wrinkled and everything looks pretty good. So the Wings logo on the rep pair, it's only slightly fatter, so they did a pretty good job with that. And we'll see if there's any differences later on when we put these under the black light. Both retail and rep have the 2 layers of wrapping. The white paper feels good. And the rep, here is that sticker for you. In the retail, here is the sticker, so they've got that in the same spot. There's the retail sticker for you. Retail to the right, rep to the left. The rep pair also came with this StockX tag, so it makes it where you can snap that on so someone can use that to trick you. Looking at these, it looks like the colors are spot on. So this is the retail pair. And looking at the side profile, you can tell that this replica pair is much taller. The materials do feel the same to touch. Leather and everything feels the same. It looks like they've got the colors down to a T on this, but you can tell that the rep pair just has a different look to it. So this is the retail pair, which I'll pull up closer to you so you can get a look. You can see that the Nike sign actually has a bit of fraying on it, and that my this suede or nubuck here came a little bit wrinkled. This pair, the lace holes are kind of straight, or this side. On the other side, they're not cut in there as straight. So that is the retail pair. This is the replica pair. So you can see materials are similar. Nike sign is even cut the right length, but the shoe just has a taller profile overall for some reason. Taking a look at the backs of these, there is the face. The face looks almost identical, except this one on the rep pair to the left is more round than this one on the retail pair to your right. So that is what the left shoe looks like on the outside. Let's take a look at the inside of the left shoe. Inside of the left shoe, okay, you can pull that up closer. So look at that Nike sign. I think that is the difference, the Cactus Jack, the red and everything. Now let's take a look at the, what did I say? That was the retail shoe I showed you. This is the replica shoe. You can see that the Nike sign has a little bit more tumbled leather on it. And it's kind of, it looks like it's almost slightly a different shape. Let me put them on there. No, the shape is spot on once you put them one close to another. You can just tell that something's off with the shape of the shoe. Even like this spot here is always different on these reps. So you can see that there as well. So now let's take a look at the right shoes. See if they look the same. So rep will go on the bottom, retail will go on the top. Let's look at these Nike signs. That looks good. The Cactus Jack and everything looks pretty good. It's a little redder on the rep pair than it is on the retail pair. Let me flip them around for us. Here is the Nike sign. They did good with the swoosh. Usually those go a little too far. It's a little longer on the rep than it is on the retail pair. If you see how close that comes to the last lace, rep versus retail. But other than that, they did good on the Nike sign. My retail pair, I probably need to hit with the suede brush. Rep is still on your left. So here are the Jordan on the back, Air Jordan Wings logo. And that looks really good. Both look quite similar. Little less thread on the retail pair than on the rep pair. That's a little bit more pointy than that. All right, let's look at the tongue. Again, retail is still to your right, rep is to your left. So let me grab the two shoes on the rep pair. There's a lot more bleed of the red that you see on the tongue. Looking at the Nike Air versus Nike Air, the rep got it pretty good. Looking at it, it seems like you can see the texture on the rep tongue a little bit more. Cactus Jack looks like they got that pretty good as well, so there's really nothing you can tell there. Let's look inside these tongues. Even the font inside the shoes looks just about the same. Yeah, so they've done a really good job with that. Not a lot that you can tell there. And the other shoe, same thing, more tongue bleed on their rep pair, and you can see the stitching is like a different thread or something, but I don't know that that's something you just notice on somebody's foot or not. And then behind the tongue, let's see, what do we have here? Looks the same to me. I pulled out the shoe trees and the laces on these. The shoe trees and the laces feel the same. The laces that are in there versus the laces that it comes with, it seems like they've got the consistency of that down. All right, I pulled the insoles out. Rep is still left, retail is still right. It seems like the reps almost have the same materials as retail. So I'll put the rep on the bottom. All right, let's do this, rep left, retail right. So let's take a look at the insoles. There is the Jordan Wings logo from the two. They seem to be cut pretty similar. Logo looks similar. The Cactus Jack looks similar. And you can see the difference in the material. So that's the retail. That is the rep. So you see that. And then they both have the size tag in there. That is the Jordan logo on the two. So you can see on the rep, he's a little bigger. Let's look at the glue on the back. So rep almost has the glue down. It goes a little too high as usual, and it's angled. So that is the left rep insole. Let's look at the right shoe. So rep is still left, retail to the right. So you can see the difference in the materials in the insole, but the face looks the same. It's more detailed on the retail pair. Oh, almost dropped one. Nike Air versus Nike Air. Looks like they got a pretty good copy of that. It's just the red transfers over more. It bleeds out more on the rep pair. Then the Travis Scott looks pretty similar. Same issues with the printing, like that's much clearer, and that one is. It's kind of nappy. And then the stickers, and then lastly the back. This one, they got the glue marks really good on that. That one is like perfect. So rep is left, retail is right. Let's take a look at the tag. This is the rep shoe tag, which that looks really good to me. And let's take a look at the retail shoe tag. I can get that on camera too. That one looks really good. At a quick glance, I don't see differences. So let's take a look inside the shoe. at the midsole stitching. So this is the retail pair that you're looking at versus the midsole stitching of the rep pair. Looks like they tried to copy it pretty good, but it's not as clean, not as exact. It was also a little more difficult to pull the insole out of the retail pair. So let's look at the right pair, the retail pair. Here is the tag on that one. So it looks like it has a little bit of, I don't know, some material. It looks like it has some type of stamp on it or some sort. So it almost looks like there's a stamp on it. You see that? 11.5. Maybe, oh no, it was folded when it was wet, so the material transferred over. So there's no stamp on there. And then this is the replica tag for you. And the inside stitching of the shoe. That's the right shoe versus the retail. Hard to tell the differences. They did a pretty good job on it for that. I thought I would turn these around and see if toe to toe there was anything different. You still have the rep to the left, retail to the right. Let's take a look at the soles on these. So I'm going to flip those back around. So rep left, retail right. So looks like they have the colors down well on the sole. If you look at those, the stars even look pretty good. Looks like they've got the sole down to the T. On both pairs, they've got the soles really good. There's slight differences in the spacing of the stars, but they look like they've paid attention to more details than other pairs. With that, I was thinking maybe I'm going to, so retail is to the right, rep is to the left. I'm going to turn them like that, and then I'm going to switch them around to see if the toe boxes look any different based on the way it's facing. Maybe it could have something to do with the camera angle. The reps look a little better on that side, but the toe box is just slightly different, but it's really close. I couldn't even notice the difference that I see on camera until I put these on camera. It's just the rep toe box is a little bit taller than the retail toe box. So that is the God Killer batch. I think it has one of the most accurately cut Nike signs that I've seen. Materials seem right. Seems like they've got the retail right. Usually on the rep pair, the lace holes are crazy, but on the retail pair, the lace holes are like that also, and kind of not lined up perfectly. So those came directly from the Travis Scott website. So that is retail versus rep. Which one are you gonna rock? Are you gonna rock the God Killer pair, or are you just gonna get the retail pair from one of the resellers? And I forgot to look at the stitching and stuff here, but it all looks like it's the same color. Looks like the pattern and everything is similar on those. So it is a really good rep. It'd be hard to tell if someone just presented you with that. All right, I realized I forgot to give you the blacklight video. So we got the retail to the right. That's the blacklight in person. The white looks purple, the green looks brown, the Nike tag glows, the laces glow, midsole not so much, the replica looks the same. Replica looks the same. It has glue marks on it. They even tried to get a little sloppy to make you think it was a retail pair. So tags glow. Everything glows the same between retail and rep pair. I do not see any differences. So Jordan versus Jordan, Travis versus Travis. It all seems to glow the same. I will take a second and flip them on their side. See if we see anything on the soles. And we don't. So the replica pair will pass your blacklight test. except on this replica pair. The stitching in the midsole doesn't glow, but it does glow on their retail pair. If you can see that, yeah. That is the only difference I see. Stitching on the midsole. Oh, the stitching on the shoe actually. Almost missed that. So let me flip this up again for you. So the stitching on the shoe glows, and on the midsole, where on the rep, the stitching on the midsole does not glow, but the stitching on the shoe kind of gives that same glow. All right, now there you have it, retail versus rep.